Hello. Children in the lead, he wants you where he can see you. We do have names, you know. I'm Alize and he's Alvino. And last but not least, there's Richard. Richard, where have I heard that before? No matter. Alfino and Alize will watch the road ahead while we bring up the rear. I wasn't lying about there being many dangers, so you're to run, not saunter. Run towards the station. If you even think about going for your weapon, the deal's off. Should any creatures bar the way, go around them. Should I take my weapon out? I'm gonna take my weapon out and see what happens. I aggroed something. You gonna do? You gonna get mad at me or what? Oh shit! A bear. He's not getting mad. My RP is ruined, dude. My RP is ruined. How dare you? How dare you not get mad and react to the things that just occurred in the dialogue? What's up, Killa? So, since last time, I did a bit of story off stream, and what I've learned is that the Garlemaldians, is that their name? Garlemaldians? Garleans, that's their name. Garlemaldians, man. The Garleans. They are quite... Their brains are very brainwashed. Yeah, they're brainwashed. They think that everyone from Eorzea hates them, which a lot of people do. But they are projecting quite hard. And then one of the persons that we were trying to help was so scared of us that she rather go out and face the wild and dangerous cold alone with a sick daughter than to stay around for us, thinking that we're gonna do something worse to them. And then they just went out and died in the wilderness or whatever, instead of stay to get help by us. So there's some serious delusions going on here. And yes, they did die. No, we're stopping here so I can check for pursuers. Since it appears you've kept to your side of the bargain, we can carry on. North of the station is Reglo de Morum, one of the main residential areas, or at least it was. The afflicted roam the streets in packs. They'll tear us to shreds if given the chance. Keep close, no wandering off, understood? Oh my god, you get how much XP? 400,000 XP for one quest? From here we'll be heading northeast, keeping to the left of the railway. Well, the route itself is straightforward, getting past the hordes unseen is anything but. Keep your weapons at the ready. Oh, now I'm allowed to use my weapons? Aye, they spare their own but slaughter the rest without hesitation. Though we'll try to avoid detection, the chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I'll lead the way, but in the event we're unseen, you're to fight them off. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. While I doubt they would be foolish enough to stab their guide in the back, I'll not take that chance. With that said, let us proceed. A Jotun. A Jotun is what they should be called. They just look like the things in A Realm Reborn. Or was that Heavensward? Oh no. Is it a temperament? Death to our enemies. Who? How do I do damage, man? How do I do damage? Interrupted. Rude. Got stuns too. Solaris. Bro, he's casting haste. Smack him. I see why your comrades chose you. Julius, our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or tempered as we call them. Your people would need to be taken into custody that we may administer the treatment, but they would eventually regain their sanity. Is that so? For all I know, your treatment would simply force them to forsake one master for another. As far as I and my legion are concerned, they're no longer our people. They're beyond saving. Those who thought differently and tried to reason with them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come, we have to keep moving. I do have to say that so far, this feels like a mix of Heavensward and Stormblood. The story. It's good. I thought we were going to the moon though. You know, I thought we were going to the moon. So I'm still waiting for the moon. When are we going to the moon, man? Do we need to talk to Elon Mikote or what? Damn. The moon was inside of us? No, I don't know about that. I think we're going to the moon. Also, you might notice my outfit has changed. I've been subscribed to the game for at least 2 months now. Well, probably way beyond 2 months now. But yeah, I got the Cloud Strife outfit, yeah. And I'm using it on my Astrologian, yeah. Looks like we're not being followed. Let's continue onward. Oh, this is a caravan of sorts. Just toppled over. Looks like a prison thing or some kind of military vehicle. And it's off the road, so I don't know what's going on here. Is this a train track? It looks like this is a train. Yeah, this is a train track, so it's just a derailed train. Yeah, there's a train. Perfect timing for PC release. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Should I play Rebirth tomorrow? Or should I keep playing Endwalker? I don't know. I meant what I said. These people deserve only death. I stayed my hand before only out of a desire to remain undiscovered. And that is still the higher priority. We should continue to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. Keep following the railway. If I play Rebirth, then I'm just going to be sitting there not playing Endwalker, and I'm going to forget the story. I'm going to have to unsub. I'm going to have to... Yeah, I'm going to have to do some weird stuff. But if I wait to do Rebirth, is that really that big of a deal? Like, it's a 20-year-old game. There's no way that I'm going to be spoiled by it. It's a 20-year-old... Sorry. It's a 1-year-old port of a 20-year-old story. Or a 1-year-old remake port of a 20-year-old story. Am I really going to be missing out if I wait a little bit longer to do it? But at the same time, am I going to miss out by doing Endwalker later? I mean, I'll have to pay sub for longer, but I don't really care too much about the 15 bucks. You would do Rebirth in one go? Well, Endwalker is huge too. Should I not do Endwalker in one go? Like, what's the reasoning of not doing that? Tempered Imperial. Wait, they had shit growing out their backs. I mean, I think I'll have a lot more fun playing Rebirth for sure. Like, I want to play Rebirth instead of this. For sure I do. But I'm going to play both. And it doesn't, the ordering doesn't really matter that much. I'm just trying to think which one gives me more value to do, right? Because like I'm gonna play both. It doesn't really matter the order that I play them in. The only thing that I could see is that if I finish Endwalker, I'd probably have to do the post Endwalker without spoiling me. There's probably a lot of content in the post patches of Endwalker as well. That because Shadowbringers had pretty good post content, right, with the X-Arch, right? I mean, Endwalker's gonna do that. You think after I do the what is it, 6.0? The 6.0 story, then I should take a break? Oh, okay, so it's kind of separated. Alright. So it's sort of like Stormblood, I guess, right? Okay. Yeah, I'll probably finish Endwalker then, I guess. Yeah. Because Shadowbringers was not like that at all. Shadowbringers was kind of a... yeah, the first patch of Shadowbringers was like all of the Norvrant stuff, and then after that, point 1 and 2, sort of you go back to the normal source a little bit, but it all seems kind of sort of one story. Except maybe... I think Shadowbringers, what is it, 5.4? Maybe kind of goes into the tower stuff, which is sort of pre-Endwalker. But I think the 5.3? I think it was 5.3 with the X-Arch revealing himself and beating Elidibus, I believe it was, in the Crystal Tower. That was like the end of Shadowbringers, I guess. That was like the climax of Shadowbringers, at least. Well, you could say there's two climaxes. The end of the first patch and then the end of 5.3. Wait for you at the bottom of the stairs. I do really think that this expansion is interesting so far, though. I like that we're going into Garlemald, and it would have been cool to go into Garlemald when the place is populated, but that would be a huge undertaking to make Garlemald without it being fully, with it, you know, its full, in its grandeur. But I like the, kind of what Shadowbringers did was it turned the story on its head. Like, we're not the good guys anymore. We're not necessarily the good guys. You have to change to, you have to adapt to become the good guys again. And then this is kind of along those lines in a different dimension, right? Because even at the start of this, Endwalker was like, you guys are creating war, because the Sharlayans didn't want to do war. They were like, you guys are creating war? You should stop that. You don't know the secrets that we know that is going to make that a bad thing. I still don't know the secrets, but I'm sure that that's going to be a pretty meaningful reveal when it happens. And so we're kind of like the bad guys there, in a way. We're doing things behind their back, secretively, or furtively, or slyly. And then we go to Garlemald, and the Garlemaldians don't like us because they've been Garleans. The Garleans have been brainwashed, but also we're just not really welcome there. And so in a lot of ways, this expansion has put us back. And we've lost progress. We're not the heroes anymore, which is, I like that. I like that a lot. I don't like being the warrior of light. I think it's cringe, because then you just get a free pass wherever you go. It's like, oh, it's the warrior of light? Why didn't you tell me sooner? Here, let me pamper you. Let me queue up into your roulettes as a healer. Let me also get my buddy to tank for you. You can play whatever you want. I'll do anything for the warrior of light. Yeah, I don't really like that. But when people don't even, I think the one guy said, I've heard that name Richard before. So I think he's suggesting that that name has been used in Garlemald before as a propaganda tool, saying like they hate the warrior of light, and maybe that's why he remembered it. And so once again, the warrior of light is not a thing that is helping me, it's hurting me in a way, which I like that dynamic. It's not the easiest place to live. Indeed, and if Julius was willing to make the perilous journey to Camp Broken Glass in search of food, their own supplies must be all but exhausted. They may be shielded from the wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold. Much like Victor's spoils, it must be a constant struggle to keep their people warm. Lower your voices. While you may be here as my guests, the others will not take kindly to your presence. My commander is in the locomotive over there. I just don't know where they're going with this whole moon shit, though. That's, you know, I can't see it. Are they going for a Final Fantasy VIII lunatic Pandora thing, or what? Like, Don't answer that.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
They're not showing his face already?
Yes, sir.
They always do that. When they're introducing a new character, they introduce them off screen. And then they reveal their face.
Lord Quintus Vankina, Legatus of the First Legion.
Okay, but we've never seen him before, so there wasn't too much
I had no idea you had survived.
there.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varus understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so
Is
many
that the
people who
only
just
joke you can
don't
make, Killa?
care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us
Maybe
what you
diversify
want,
a little bit.
what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it?
The
Can
people
we not work
profiting,
together
obviously.
to face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald? Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not
The big
share your
questions.
heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils.
Kinda
That
true.
is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter. You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate.
Bro. We fucked up.
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition. Collar them.
Whoa. We ain't into that furry shit. No.
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock.
We're so cooked.
Stop. Keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed.
Wait, who is that dude with the big axe looking
Even
backwards?
if he allowed himself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If he refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
Yeah. I've got my own, bro.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
On the coldest, blackest of nights, meager though it may be, we must share the warmth of our fire. Bro, when did I become Urian J? Wait, what was that cutscene? Was that
Are a
Hirschfont?
curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be. You will be their warden.
I looked at chat
them
and
away.
then a cutscene occurred. Was that Hirschfont in the cutscene?
Yes, sir.
Did I use what he said? Was that a quote from Hirschfont? Let's see, what does my character say it in the thing? No. No, it doesn't say it. It is one of his quotes? Oh. As per Lord Quintus's instructions, I'm to supervise you during your time here in... Shit, I skipped. Tertium. We're in Tertium. Before you ask, no, I don't have a key or any other means to remove your collars. Nor would I tell you if I did. If you try anything, you'll soon wish you hadn't. So do you truly intend to speak with the others, or was that merely a ruse? We're in no hurry to disobey Lord Quintus, if that's what you mean. Or perhaps you doubt the wisdom of his decision? There's no music in here. But wonder if that's... Probably they meant to do that. They obviously meant to do that, but what are they trying to do by doing that? If I catch wind of you doing anything untoward, trying to trick our people into turning their coats and the like, those shock collars will be the least of your worries. Understood? It's Cloud, bro. It's Cloud, not Urion J. Though we're somewhat compromised, to put it lightly. Let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up and learning what we can of their situation. And above all else, don't use magics of any sort. You, on the other hand, may go wheresoever you wish, even outside the camp. I know full well I couldn't stop you if I tried. But don't forget, if you do anything to endanger us or our interests, the twins will pay the price. I like how they say the twin... he didn't say it there, but they said it earlier. The Aetherite is not responding. Queso. Queso? Ain't that a streamer? We got a streamer here. You came with Julius, didn't you? Well, whatever business brought you here... Or Julius, not Julius. You best keep your hands off that Aetherite. It's deactivated, but I'd rather you didn't mess about with it. There are others throughout the city, built by Garleans, for Garleans. Could teleport all over in the blink of an eye, provided there was a terminal nearby. These days, however, we use the Aetherite's power to keep this place lit, though that comes at the cost of its normal function. I see.